people still poor. I am a man, I am no more than what my father was, because he made me. I spend my dash pulling myself to where I'm supposed to be. Never alone, I got my brothers with me. I just need a little piece so we can all eat. My dash is uphill, and so is yours. Keep your fist up for the cause. I said my dash is uphill, and so is yours. And keep your fist up, my mind up for the cause.
Working on my dash, meaning before that life is ashes to ashes. I'm using the passion, get more than a ration. Other rappers rapping, I'm into action. After the dash, caption on the stone, not on Instagram, on the phone. Rivonia, law of attraction, molecules collapsing, brain tapping. Before then, nobody relaxing unless we in Santon. See, inspiration's absent. So now I'm the destiny's captain. The soul has a GPS that keeps me dashing. Do not be confused by the momentary up in fashion. It's 2016, so everybody's mind is on flashing. Your dash is not your cash, but your passion. The pulse that keep you rapping till you are racking. Passion, yeah. Working on my dash, working on my dash. Working on my dash, working on my dash. Working on my dash, working on my dash. Working on my dash, working on my dash, working on my.
Well, it's the 1873 FM Santon Express morning show with your host, Tinashe Mpasiri, alongside Mpo. And I do hope that you have been having a fabulous morning so far and looking forward to conversations that matter, particularly when we talk of in search of the future. I want the future, you want the future that we all want collectively. And many times we never get to actually tell our story of where we are, and more importantly how we ended up where we happen to be, and particularly and as far as just those shared experiences in shaping and defining the character and personality of the kind of future that you want for yourself, the kind of future that we all want collectively. Good morning to all listeners, and thank you for making the 1873 FM your channel of choice. Bo, wonderful morning to you, and thank you for joining us yet again on the 1873 FM Santon Express morning show.
Yes, good morning. I hope all the listeners are doing well. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, compliments of the New Year. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, wonderful New Year, New Year's Eve. I hope everything you collected now. It's 2020, we're moving forward.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm doing quite well. Each day is a day to actually open up myself to learning, and particularly from other individuals' experiences, and just sharing my experiences as an individual of the challenges that I've come across and how I've managed to navigate. And still, I don't have all the answers. I'm searching for those answers so that I can be able to get ahead. But nonetheless, as we get ahead with today's conversation in search of the future, I want the power of storytelling. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, we had a conversation with Yompo, just to getting to know you as an individual, what you do, and you happen to be an aspiring journalist, if I can put it that way. Yeah, basically undertaking media studies at Boston College. Apart from that, you also happen to be very passionate about music, and you have actually produced your own music, something that we touched on, particularly the power of music. The role that positive music actually plays in the affairs of mankind. And we still continue on that trajectory of just telling your story. I mean, since the day that we had the conversation on radio, and you happen to also have a circle of individuals around you that have come to know that you happen to be, you were on radio. Talk to us. I mean, that experience from then until now, how has it been, and what has been the response, particularly from your circle, in as far as you being on radio and having this conversation? Just the power of storytelling. What are people in your circle saying about it?
We have a lot of deep and meaningful conversations with my friends, and when they were listening, tuning into the conversation, they were talking about being enlightened and learning more from the conversation, and how emotion and information brought together can communicate better storytelling. And they were just communicating that to me, and they were actually very willing to learn on the topics at hand and everything. So yeah, that's basically what the conversation really was after the conversation that we had with my circle.
Okay, so they're willing to be part of the conversation.
Yes,
They're willing
yes,
to engage
yes.
in some of these topics and some of these issues that we're
Yes.
tackling, particularly when we talk of In Search of the Future.
Yes,
I
yes,
Want.
yes, yes.
So, how many have actually indicated, if you have a number like off the top of your head, what number of individuals can you say these individuals they are ready to rock and roll, and we can be able to actually have a conversation with them tomorrow morning?
I'd say three to four. Yeah, confident that 3 or 4 of my circle willing to come on board and be like, yo, let's do this.
Well, I mean, it's a good start. I mean, 3 individuals, them adding their voice also makes a difference. And just
Exactly,
getting to
exactly.
hear of their personal experiences. And I mean, that's the way, one individual at a time. You build
Yes,
your bank
yes, yes.
of individuals that you can also bank
Exactly.
on in as far as tackling some of these issues are concerned. So, I mean, if we were to look at some of the issues that are taking place in and around in South Africa and around the world, per se, what sort of issues do you think that at the end of the day we need to also be able to have a conversation around?
This is very close to my heart. This topic or a problem that we face, specifically in our country, which the thing of woman abuse. I mean, in the New Year's last week, there was a story I was reading where this lady got murdered in KZN. She went missing and she was murdered. So this morning I was reading on it. The guy got found. So this thing of woman abuse and the killing of women, femicide, it's really an issue that I think we should take more seriously as society. And I was also men, because I feel like we're not really in tune with what's happening to our women. Yes, we know what's happening. We just know, but we're not acting upon finding solutions to really help the women of Africa feel safe, And for me, the femicide is really an issue, and I think we should really work on it. And men should really take a stand and be a part of making this country better and safer for our women. So yeah.
You raised something that is very fundamental, that it's an issue that all individuals all need to take part in as far as being problem solvers.
Yes.
It's not only women who happen to be interested in this topic, but it's an issue that should actually get each and every individual ignited to do something.
Yes.
Just talking about it, just also acting upon the issues that are discussed. But if you to just look at maybe the individuals out there who are also speaking on this subject matter, particularly when you look at gender-based violence, are there any individuals that come to your mind that you think of are outstanding in as far as being advocates in regards to gender-based violence?
I don't think it's a matter of just individuals, or let me just say like this: there's no particular person, but I know there's a collective of individuals that come together and do something, right? So I know there's this movement, especially in Cape Town, where they formulated campaigns around this whole gender-based violence, especially after the Unene situation, where it was a big thing, and they just formulated this campaign. Actually forgot. I can't remember the name, but they formulated a campaign, and just to make more awareness, I guess, for this femicide issue. So it's individuals coming together, basically.
Individuals coming together
Yes.
and them being able to share their ideas.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. On that note, we are going to go on a short break, and when we back, we'll be speaking to Mr. Tapiwa Chitambo. Mr. Tapiwa Chitambo happens to be one of the executive one of the executives of the Friends of SMM, that is FOSMM. He'll be just sharing with us his story this morning, particularly his journey as an executive of FOSMM, and more importantly, what is currently working on in as far as in search of the future that he wants, particularly when you look at the role of constitutionalism in in a particular jurisdiction. On that note, keep it locked on your channel of choice, the 1873 FM, your voice, your power, your voice on issues that matter, your power to inspire new thinking, new outcomes, and new possibilities. And yes, here's a track titled Working on My Dash by Maxine, a member of the 1873 United Artists.